everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my October TBR. So it is currently October 1st and I'm super excited about this month's reads. I have a few good reads this month that I'm hoping to get to. So basically I'm just going to be going down the list of books that I'm hoping to read this month. I'm also planning on participating in a Vampathon at the end of the month. So I'm super excited to read all of these books and hopefully enjoy them all. So in no particular order, I'm going to be talking about the books that I'm hoping to read this month. And first we're going to start with ones I don't currently own at the moment. So the first book that I'm planning on reading is House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson, and this is a horror book about a girl who basically sees this ad to become like a blood maid to some vampires or something, and I haven't really heard much about it, but the synopsis just sounded so good and I just felt like it would be a perfect read for October. I am also going to be using it to fulfill some of the prompts for Vampathon, and so super excited to read this one. Another book that I'm planning on reading is Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead, and this book is a classic if you were growing up in like the 2010s, and I believe this book came out in like 2008 or something like that, so it is like right there with the Twilight era. I actually never read Vampire Academy. I was not a Vampire Academy girly, but I am hoping to read this first book and see if I end up liking the series and if it's gonna make me nostalgic. I did watch the movie Vampire Academy, which obviously not very good, but I know the show did just come out and I have not watched the show, and I'm not sure if I plan on watching the show, but yeah. Also another book that I'm planning on reading, hopefully for the Vampathon as well, is going to be Forsaken by Brenda K. Davies, and this is book 10 in the Vampire Awakening series. I have been reading this series for literally ever, and it just brings me so much like nostalgia and like joy, and so I'm hopefully going to be reading this as part of Vampathon and just for funsies. So super excited to get to this one. And now coming with my physical books, I do have my TBR card right next to me, so we're just going to kind of dive into what I have on here. So basically in no particular order, I'm just going to kind of go through the cart and let you guys know what my reading plans are. So starting with one that I need to finish, it's going to be The Atlas 6 by Libby Blake, and I still have not finished this. I'm still currently on page 170. I don't know, maybe now is the time. Hopefully I can finish this. I have not been hearing super great things from my friends who have been reading it, but I just want to finish it and I want to know the ending, but I don't want to be like spoiled for the ending. Like I want to find out for myself and see if I still would like this or not. So yeah, this one is still very much up in the air, but I am hoping to finish this one this month. The next book that I'm planning on reading is Twisted Games by Anna Hong, and this is the second book in the Twisted series, Twisted Love series or something, and this follows Bridget and Reese, and they made an appearance in the first book, and this is Bodyguard trope, and I've heard this is very much like an adult Princess Diaries, so I'm super excited to read this book. The next two books are a part of a series, and it is the third and fourth book in the Dirty Air series. So we have Wrecked by Lauren Asher and Redeemed by Lauren Asher. So this is book 3 and 4 in the Dirty Air series. I started this series back in July, I think, and haven't gotten around to finishing it just yet, but super excited to hopefully pick these up in the month of October. The next few books are books that I'm going to be talking about in my fall TBR, but I did just want to go ahead and throw these on here. So we have Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and this is the first book in the Throne of Glass series. If you don't know what this is about, then I guess you've been living under a rock. This is about a girl named Selena, and she is an assassin, and she has to go basically through these games to be chosen for the king's assassin, and it's just her going through the trials and what else happens afterward. But yeah, I'm hoping to do a reread of this, or at least start my reread of this series. The next book is God's Grave by by J. Kristoff, and this is the second book in the Nevernight Chronicle. I have been wanting to read this for a hot minute, and I'm super excited to hopefully get to it this month in October. I just feel like it fits the vibes of October, so I'm super excited to get to this. Next we have Caraval by Stephanie Garber, and I'm not 100% sure what this is about, but everyone has been telling me that I need to read it, and so I'm super excited to get to this one. I've heard really good things about this, so I cannot wait to pick this one up. The next book is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings, and I have been seeing this book absolutely everywhere. I've heard that it's very much toxic relationship, and there are a lot of people who don't like it because of that, so I'm super excited to see if my opinions are the same as everyone else's or if I fall in love with this series. So super excited to pick this one up hopefully this month as well. The next book on this list is Kiss the Sky by Krista and Becca Ritchie, and this is the first book in the Calloway Sisters series and the fourth book in the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series. So this book is going to be following Rose and Connor, and I'm super excited to get like a different point of view of what has been going on in the Addicted series. So this is basically just, I guess, a continuation of what we have been seeing, except from a different point of view. So I'm excited to see how this moves the story along. The next book that I'm planning on reading is American Prince by Sierra Simone, and this is the second book in the New Camelot series. And this series was definitely a little bit unexpected when I picked it up, but I absolutely love the first book, and I have been so excited to get to the second one, so hopefully I can get to this one soon. The next book on this list might be a little surprising because it is like, I don't even know, but that is City of Glass by Cassandra Clare, and this is the third book in the Mortal Instruments series. Last year I started a reread of this series and just kind of got a little bit off track, but I am wanting to continue my reread of the series, so this is the next book that I'm planning on reading. Hopefully I can remember everything. I've read the first couple of books like at least 2 or 3 times at this point, so I feel like I'll be able to pick up exactly where I left off, but I'm super excited to continue my reread because I wanted to get to some of her later books, and I wanted to reread the whole series in like Cassandra Clare's suggested order. So that's what I'm attempting to do, and this is next on the list, so hopefully I can get to this one this month as well. The next book on this list is Zodiac Academy: The Reckoning, and this is the third book in the Zodiac Academy series. I recently just finished the second book in the series, and of course this series is absolutely everything. I love this series, and the books just keep getting thicker and thicker, so I'm super excited to continue the series and dive back into this world and hopefully love this book as much as I've loved the first two. The next book that I'm planning on reading is Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, and this is the second book in the Strange the Dreamer series, and I read Strange the Dreamer a couple of months ago and had a good time reading it, and I'm super excited to continue on with the duology and finally pick up the second installment and hopefully really love this book. There's so much hype around this series, so I'm excited to read the second one and give my final thoughts on the series as a whole. So I'm excited to see how I feel about this book and what I think about it. The next book that I'm planning on reading is Garnet Flat by Stephanie Perry, and this is the third book in the Eden series. If you don't know, I recently read both Indigo Ridge as well as Juniper Hill, and I loved both of those so much. They're just so easy to read and such good stories, and so I'm excited to continue on with the series with this book. However, this does have like best friend and boyfriend end up together type deal, and I don't know how I'm going to be feeling about that in this book per se. That trope is in another book that I'm going to be talking about, but she actually ends up, obviously since it's a romance, I'm assuming she's going to end up getting back together with him after he married her best friend. So I just don't know how I'm going to be feeling about that, but I'm going to go into this and give it a chance, and hopefully I like it because I do love Stephanie Perry's writing and I have loved the stories that I've read from her thus far. So a little weary about this one, but also super excited to get back into this world and with these characters. The next book on this list is going to be a little bit surprising because it's not my typical genre, but we have You're Invited by Amanda Giatissa, and this is a a mystery thriller book. This again has that same trope with the boyfriend, best friend getting married type deal, and except this one involves a murder at the wedding. So basically it's a whodunit type of situation, and I got this on my July book of the month and I'm super excited to get to this one. I just feel like October is the time for mystery thrillers and I'm trying to get more into that genre, so I'm super excited to pick this one up and hopefully I enjoy it. And the next book on this list that I do not think that I'm going to end up getting to this month is Darling Girl by Liz Machowski, and this is a dark Peter Pan retelling where Peter Pan is the bad guy. So super excited to read this. I have been super into retellings lately, so just reading another Peter Pan retelling and I will be so happy. So hopefully I will enjoy this one. I also got this one in my May book of the month box, so super excited to get to this one and see if I like it. And that is going to be it for my October TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel, it really helps me out a lot. I will have all of my social medias linked down in the description if you want to follow me or be friends, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.